Good morning. This is what I have learned from the second class of Field 2002, Week 2. My class and I were discussing that we have no control over some of the knowledge that we have learned. We do not control the environment that we are born in. We do not control the customs and culture that we have learned from our parents and grandparents and their parents. Because in order to gain knowledge, we have to learn from someone else. We have some control, however, but not all. We had to be taught. We do not really have much control in that because a baby has to be taught how to walk, and then when that baby grows up, that baby had learned how to walk and learn how to talk, and that baby goes to school in order to learn their ABCs, and then they then they reach a tertiary level like me. There are people who have an idealistic version of how the world should be. Like a perfect democracy. Like different people have different perceptions about what is good, and then eventually people move into an era where people know more about things, and there are things that we believe that we do not question, how that we get from our authority. However, it has been argued that being skeptic about knowledge is it makes a person wiser than them just accepting knowledge that has just been passed down from authority or the higher ups. Who is the bearer of knowledge? Can a man knows how it feels to be a woman? There are many questions pertaining to knowledge, and anyone can be a bearer of knowledge once a person is able to reason. That is in my opinion. And then to the question, can a man knows how it feels to be a woman? Does a man have knowledge of how it feels to be a woman? Well, I am not a man, so I wouldn't know. However, there's nature. There's nature and nurture, right? So a man might have female hormones, or probably way too much estrogen, and probably feel like a woman. However, the man isn't physically built like a woman, and he has to do a different sex surgery to get the female parts. But however, some of them claim that they know how it feels to be a woman, and they even behave more womanly than us women. And so, but then again, there's nature versus nurture. That was nature, but nurture, in terms of nurture, the guy was probably, who knows, he was probably raped and got psychologically damaged and decided to be a woman. Does he know how it feels to be a woman? Does he have enough justification to feel like a woman? Maybe, maybe not. Are human beings the only living things with the ability to know? I believe that humans, we are the most dominant species because we are the most intelligent, but I don't think that we are the only living things with the ability to know, because animals, despite their limited common sense, they still have some knowledge. Though they still can learn, like a dog can learn how to be trained, and they feel hungry and they know that they have to eat this and that to fill their stomachs. I don't believe that we are the only species who are able to know. Where does knowledge come from? Knowledge is innate. That's what Plato said. He stated that in the world of becoming, in this world that we are living in, we are unable to find the propositional knowledge, because everything changes, everything deceives us, and we can only, once one is rational, one is able to find knowledge in his transcendental realm. But however, I won't go into depth about that. And there are philosophers such as Locke, who states that we are a tabula rasa, which is otherwise known as an empty mind, and we gain knowledge through experiences. And then there's Hume, David Hume, who says that we gain knowledge through perceptions, impressions, ideas. In the presence of knowledge, can there be problems? There's always problems there's always problems once one is born onto this earth. And the more one gains knowledge, the more problematic life can become. Or the more one doesn't have knowledge, the more problematic life can become. Our purpose on this earth is to find the relevance of knowledge.